Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before, and if you haven't been here before, please subscribe to be a part of the bilingual family, which is me. So in today's video I actually just wanted to do my makeup because it's been so long, and I did my makeup I think yesterday, and I did like a color combination that I thought was really cool. Plain and simple, wanted to do that again, but kind of show you guys and just play with some makeup, take a break from like my project pan makeup because I've been using those products for so long, almost 6 months now. Sometimes you get tired of it and you just kind of want to use something new, you know. The main reason that I wanted to film today are like these eyeshadows from GlamShop. It's been so long that I couldn't remember the name, and then specifically this shade right here together with this kind of blue tone, it's gonna be awesome. So tie the hair back and we're gonna start. I would say grab your own makeup or like take something else, put it on while you're cleaning or something like that. So I think I'm gonna start with the base makeup, and the foundation that I wanted to use today is actually a tinted moisturizer, and it's one from Fenty. This is the Ease Drop or Easy Drop foundation, or like Easy Drop blurring skin tint. I also wanted to like start with the face today just because I find it easier, and this is one that I really like and I haven't used in a while, so I thought it was like a good way of just, you know, using it because I like it. I feel like I'm only uploading like every 2 weeks. There's like this huge thing going on right now in like my work environment, but at the same time it is like taking up a lot of like my time, sometimes at home as well, because I don't know, I don't work at home, but it's taking up just a lot of like my thought process. But I like it. I really like working where I work, so I'm really happy. Once you get into like the, I guess, work environment stuff, like that stage of your life, it's really funny how time has become a very valuable thing because there are a lot of people in your like world that you want to give attention to, but you know, after work you have like 5 hours to do so and it's not a lot. And I feel like, especially like, I'm sometimes struggling to find a balance, and maybe I feel like I'm also just kind of like not necessarily letting people down, but maybe not spending as much attention on them as I should be doing. So I'm curious to know how you guys kind of did that in the beginning of, like, if you already are working, how you guys kind of like did that in the beginning of your working career, because I would very much like some tips if you could leave them down below. It almost feels like you're abandoning your like friends and stuff like that. This, by the way, is the Vieve Muse Modern Radiance Concealer that I wanted to use. It's been a while. It's not my favorite, and I feel like I've said that a few too many times, but yeah, it's not my favorite, but I am going to put it everywhere. Other than that, how have you been? I miss doing my makeup so much sometimes, and I feel like I really need to start doing it again. And sometimes, like right now, I can actually do it. It seems like makeup is kind of a phase where a lot of people kind of got into, and now a lot of people are leaving, if you know what I mean. And obviously, like, a lot of the makeup community, or just like the social media community in general, has kind of shifted towards TikTok, which is normal, I guess. But the thing with TikTok, and especially when it comes to like these kind of beauty TikTokers, is that I don't necessarily feel a connection to these people, and I have that with a lot of like genres on TikTok. Like, I don't feel like I can actually form a parasocial relationship with those people, if you know what I mean. There's that. I do prefer like long form content, and I guess that's also why I kind of like stopped doing makeup on Instagram and TikTok, because like I just love and prefer the long form content a little bit more. This powder, by the way, is in my project pan. This is the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist setting powder. Then for bronzer, I think I'm gonna use oh shit, it's gonna be impossible to show, I think. Do you see how that just cracked? Anyway, I'm gonna use this Colourpop matte bronzer in the shade Avila. Not my favorite, but it'll do the job. And it's quite warm toned, which is kind of what I want for the look that we have going on. I kind of want to look bronzy. Also, do you guys have like any holidays planned? Obviously, I am from like Belgium, so Europe. So the holiday season is definitely almost upon us, and we're like planning a few trips. I'm planning one with my boyfriend, which is gonna be more of like a hiking And then I'm also planning one with two of my friends, but we're still kind of figuring out what we're gonna do. We were thinking, well, I am very much thinking about Greece. I really want to go to Greece because I think it's really pretty and stuff like that. But we were also, and I don't know how you say this in English, but we call it Montenegro, and I think it's the same in English. But yeah, we were thinking about that, but then it seems like the flight options are not as easily available as we thought. So now we kind of have to see what we're gonna do. But yeah, that's probably happening with like a few friends. But I'm very interested to know, like, do you have like any holiday plans? Are you going anywhere? What are like your favorite trips? Especially if you've been to Europe, like what was your favorite like trip? I think I've been to almost like the entire left side of Europe. I've been to France, Spain, Portugal, Sweden, the Netherlands, obviously, Germany, Italy, the UK, Ireland. I've been to Ireland. That was cool. Dublin was okay, but it was not necessarily like my favorite city to be in. I don't know why. So now I'm gonna pick up this blush. This is a Kiko Milano blush in the shade Blossoming Beauty. Blush Blossoming Beauty Multi-Finish Floral Flush in the shade 01 Natural Fresia. And this is what it looks like, and it has like a little bit of shimmer on this side right here. So I'm really excited to start using this. This is actually a blush that I picked up during my holiday in Portugal. It was really cool. They had a Sephora as well. But I think I bought a few like Rare Beauty products and then a few Kiko Milano products. I did buy it in September though, so I don't know if it's still available. One of my dream vacations probably ever is probably Canada or Iceland. I think I would really prefer either one of those. I feel like that's really cool. And during my lifetime, I've always wanted to go to, and I don't know why, I know nothing about the country, but I've always wanted to go to Burkina Faso. I think it's such, but I've seen some people going to Burkina Faso and it was like just, it seemed like such a nice place to go. You know, going back to the Montenegro thing, if you've been there, please let me know, because I feel like it's a quite underrated like country to go on a holiday to Montenegro. I feel like not a lot of people actually go to it, but I really like traveling. I think I've been quite fortunate into like with like the places that I've been able to go. Obviously, like when you're in Europe, I feel like it's a little bit easier because a lot of things are, especially from Belgium, are also it's a little bit more accessible. Like the Netherlands is, I think, a 1 hour drive depending on where you are, maybe like 1 or 2 hours depending on where you are in Belgium. I always think it's really cool to be so close to so many countries, and it means that you're very fortunate as well. I'm gonna go to my Soft Glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm also gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna take a mixture of the shades Orange Soda and Burnt Orange, and I'm gonna put that in the crease for a little bit of warmth. And I kind of forgot how pigmented these were again. Then I'm gonna take a very cool brush like this, which is really flat and really thin, and I'm gonna put that in the shade Rustic, which is this brown right here, and I'm gonna create a little bit of a liner situation. And it's okay if this part is like, if you're doing this makeup, it's okay if this part is like slightly messy. There we go. And then I'm gonna take a really fine brush like this one that is like a really tiny blender brush, and I'm gonna dip that into Rustic and then also Cypress Umber, which is right there, which is like the darker shade next to it. I'm gonna put that slightly closer to the lash line. I just like playing with makeup. I don't know if I'm giving you any like useful tips, but this channel is just for playing with makeup really. And then what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of that darkest shade like Cypress Umber, and I'm gonna slightly put that like this or like so into the crease. And right now it looks hella messy, but it's gonna be okay. So basically following the shape of like my crease where I have this kind of line, I kind of want that to follow it. I'm gonna take a different blending brush and I'm just gonna take it without any eyeshadow and buff that like triangle out. There we go. And now we have come to the start of the show, which I'm really excited about. So these are my GlamShop eyeshadows, and the camera does not do them any justice. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take the shade, this is a turbo pigment in the shade Bright Amethyst. Look at that. And I'm gonna put that basically on my finger all over my eyeball. Look at that, it is so cool. What is like your favorite part about makeup? I feel like mine is just like, I like the base, but then these kind of eyeshadows really do it for me. But I also just really like transforming my eyes ever so slightly. Then I'm gonna take this. This is also a turbo pigment, and this is in the shade Turbo Mist. And I'm gonna put that in the inner corners, like that. And in the first third of the eyeball, ever so slightly mixing it in the middle with the pink. Okay, I'm gonna apply a little bit of mascara and also a little bit of eyebrow gel, and then I'm gonna put on some lip products. So this is the Rare Beauty Kind Words Matte Lip Liner in the shade Talented. I don't know if I remember, but I think in my full face of Rare Beauty, or at least everything I own from Rare Beauty, I talked about this lip liner and the fact that it's like one of my favorites just because it's such a perfect like match for my skin tone and my lips. I keep doing this. I'm gonna stop talking and apply it. And I also feel like it's just like the perfect match for this look today as well. It's kind of neutral, but slightly cool toned. I love this lip liner. And for the lipstick, I'm gonna go with the Eldridge lipstick in the shade Velvet Fawn, because it's also like a really nice match, I feel like, to the Rare Beauty lip liner. Yeah. I like it. And then I'm gonna top it off with a Project Pen product. This is my Colourpop Lux lip gloss in the shade Glacier. I said I wasn't gonna use any Project Pen products, so look at me now. Just the tiniest bit. Okay guys, and this is the final look completed with all the products that I wanted to use today. Let me know where you want to go on a holiday, what your favorite, you know, I asked so many questions. It would be lovely if you answered one of those. I'm hopefully gonna be in a slightly better talkative and like just entertaining way next time. But today I really just wanted to play with makeup because it had been such a long time that I just kind of played with makeup and also showed it to you guys. I've been doing a lot of Project Pen like videos in general, so I kind of wanted to give you a little bit of just something different, you know, and I feel like I really had a lot of fun. And it's nice sometimes to just sit down, do your makeup and try to not think about too many things and talk to your camera and pretend that it's you, because it's actually quite nice to do so. I was actually planning on doing a Q&A in the future, so if you have like any questions for me that you want to ask, anything that you would like to know, anything, you know, makeup related or whatever, you can ask me personal questions as well. I'm also very close to being to like 1K subscribers, which is insane to me, and I sometimes feel slightly guilty that I don't put as much attention into this channel sometimes, especially for the past few months, because like people are subscribing, and I know a few of you that basically comment on almost every single video, and I really appreciate it. I'm not much of a commenter myself. I rarely put a comment on someone's YouTube channel. I feel like I've only done it a few times because I just find it, I don't know, it's not in my nature, so I totally understand. But anyway, I want the people to know that I really appreciate the fact that you're watching and that we're almost to like 1K subscribers and answer my comments whenever I have time, and it's a very nice feeling to have. On that very sentimental note, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one, which is probably gonna be a Project Pen update because we're almost at the end of May, and I really hope you enjoyed today's video. So see you in my next one. Bye.